Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in and watching my live today. I've been gone the last few weeks, just been incredibly busy. I was on the Gulf Coast for a weekend and on vacation another weekend, and now I'm back. But today I thought it might be funny if I went over the least favorite part of my job with you, which is reading comments. Most of the time, comments are mostly good. And then there are some comments that just make me scratch my head, and some comments that I actually can't even talk about, that I have to delete because they're so inappropriate or just really bad comments. So I grabbed a few and I'll go over a few of them. I think they're funny, and yeah, I just kind of wanted to share those with you. I thought it might be fun to go over that. And then if you guys have any other random questions or want to know about the iPhone 12, because I've had it now for about almost, at the end of this week, it'll be 2 weeks. So if you want me to go over any features with you after I read these comments, or if you have any questions about cell phone plans or internet plans or anything like that, I can answer those for you too. This is just going to be a little bit different than they normally are, these lives. But yeah, I'm going to check the comments from you guys real quick, and then we'll jump into these ridiculous comments, is what I'm calling them, and we can have a good laugh all together on this Monday. Okay, hello, Edison from Wilmington, North Carolina. Thanks for joining and tuning in. Kingston Culpepper, always coming through for the lives and on my normal videos. Thanks for commenting. DBZ Knight says hi, hello. And then also you said, I love your channel, thinking of getting the 12. I don't think I will, though. I have the 11. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it either. If you have the 11, you don't need to upgrade to the 12 unless you really just want the newest tech. But otherwise, the differences are pretty minimal. It's just a stronger camera and a stronger processor, but you aren't missing out on much if you already have the 11. But if you have the 10, anything 10 or younger or older than that, then it would be worth the upgrade, I think, in my opinion. Okay, so what I kind of did is I just went through my most recent comment notifications and screenshotted some silly ones and some funny ones. And yeah, let's just go through it. This is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but we're just going to make fun of myself altogether. Let me share my screen. And I just created a folder of these comments. But a few days ago, someone said, you talk too much. And thank you. I think talking is on my job description. So if I'm talking too much, that's probably that's probably a good thing. Do you guys think I talk too much? I can sing some more. I can maybe learn sign language. I don't know. This person says, I don't know why, but Sherry reminds me of a young version of Carol Baskin. And I don't get that at all. If you guys see me as a young version of Carol Baskin, please comment and let me know why you think that, because I've been trying to rack my brain and I can't think of anything. I don't even have a cat. I don't have any pets. And I definitely don't have a Netflix documentary about me, although I wish I did. DBZ Knight says, what does that even mean? I don't even know. And Kingston Culpepper, you think I remind you of Carol Baskin also. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, maybe there's something to that. Maybe that's my next Halloween costume next year. Next ridiculous comment. This is awful. Okay. Well, I don't mind comments like this. If it doesn't help you, then it doesn't help you. But if you ever have a question on one of my videos that you didn't get your question answered, then let me know. Just ask the question in the comments and I will gladly answer it. But I get comments like this far too often. And sometimes it's helpful. Sometimes if I get too many this is awful comments on one video, that's a hint for me to take another look at my video and say, oh, maybe it really is awful. Sometimes I don't realize I'm missing something or getting something wrong until it's posted, and it's just too late. Okay. This one is just like a pick-me-up to get me through the rest of these. Sherry is beautiful and she is prettier than any flower. And all I can say is thank you, Shadow Warrior, for making a nice comment and making my day. This one's nice. This video did nothing for me, but she is cute. I can get on with that. I can be happy with that comment, kind of. Although I am disappointed that my videos don't help everybody all the time, because that's really all I make these for, is to help people. DBZ Knight says, people are super mad at your T-Mobile versus Verizon saying you're biased, but you said facts. Who cares if you're biased? T-Mobile is trash. Yeah, nobody really liked my Verizon versus T-Mobile video. Everyone said I was biased towards Verizon, saying that I was paid by Verizon to do that video, and I wasn't. To be very clear, though, my company, Whistle Out, we do get paid from all of the carriers. We are partners with all of them, but none of them have ever paid us to say anything nice or to flatter them, per se. We do have partnerships with most of the carriers, though, on our site at whistleout.com. Kingston Culpepper, can I do a video on Google Fi? I haven't done a video on Google Fi yet, and that is a great idea. I probably should get on that. That is a good idea. Thank you. DBZ Night, people get salty. They do get salty. They do get a little sassy on this channel. You have to build a tough skin, I think. Shaji got straight to the point with this. I don't like your video. Cool. Thank you for that. Very informative. Very helpful. Let's see. Kay Riley, waste of my life. Part of me thinks when I see comments like this, it was a waste of your life even more to leave this comment. Like, you could spend 5 seconds doing literally anything else, but it's okay. If it makes you feel better to say things like this, I guess you can. Another T-Mobile video. People aren't digging my T-Mobile videos, and that's okay. DBZ Night, ew, Android. I don't know where that... Oh, the comment above. Edison Swazo. I'm planning to purchase a Galaxy A51 5G. Which carrier should I choose? Edison, it depends on where you live. Let me send you, in the comments, I'm going to put a link to where you can go to check your coverage. www.whistleout.com/cellphones. So, Edison, I just I'm sending through a link for you to go to. If you go to that link and you type in your address in our coverage checker, it'll bring up some maps, and you can go through the maps and see which carrier has the best coverage in your area. And then you can go with Verizon, T-Mobile, or AT&T, or you can go with a smaller carrier and go with like Visible Mobile for Verizon, or Cricket for AT&T, or even Mint Mobile for T-Mobile. It just really depends on who has the best coverage in your area and how much you're willing to spend. Let's see. Mozzie Tech asked me who is my personal carrier. I use AT&T. I'm on a prepaid plan with AT&T. I really enjoy it, and especially because I'm on a family plan. My plan is much cheaper than it would be if I was just had a single line on AT&T. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so moving on from Kay Riley, who said my video was a waste of his life. Let's go on to the next one. I just thought this one was funny. I like your videos. You're very energetic and also a little hot. Just a little. Keep me humble. I think I just fell in love. Volkman Ricky. That always makes me feel a little bit better about myself. And, oh, this one's fun. How much did Verizon pay for this? You are stupid. T-Mobile is best. Do not mislead people. I get called stupid every day, and so that kind of just rolls right off my back. But I'll reiterate, Verizon did not pay me to make any videos. Whistle Out does not get paid to make videos about different carriers or say things that that aren't true. We just kind of speak the facts. Let's see. I'm going to check the comments now, see what you guys are saying. Kingston Culpepper. Wow, rude. Yeah, some people could be rude, but that's okay. It's it comes with the job, but sometimes it does. Some days are worse than others. And like I have I think I wrote this in the description. Checking the comments and looking at notifications is my least favorite part of my job. I have to set aside a specific time of day and be in a really good mood to read through comments. But it's times like these when I'm in a good mood and I can read all the comments and I can just laugh it off. But you are stupid. That one is that one's a little rough. Let's see. DBZ Knight said, I need to ask you something. Is that the same room I record in? Yeah, it is. This is the same room I record in. I do have a TV sitting on the back of my couch right now. That is not normally there. I normally put that down when I record. Let's see. Do I have a team, EA? I do have a team. So my job, I basically create my content calendar, write the scripts, and I film everything. And sometimes I edit my videos. But I do have an editor in Utah. His name's Derek, who edits most of my videos. And he's also the one that creates my thumbnails. And he does a killer job at creating my thumbnails. And I also have a director of the website of whistlot.com, of all that content, who looks over the facts of my videos before I publish. So I have a really good team around me, but lots of the time it is just me doing all of it. Like last week, everything was all me. Everything was all me. So sometimes that gets a little tough, but most of the time I have about 5 people and myself working together on this channel, which is exciting, along with other projects. What the heck is that thing on your wall with all the holes in it? Oh, that's a curtain that blocks my bathroom because I film in my bedroom. Shadow Warrior, I hate those negative comments from morons and idiots. You know what? Sometimes people just got to say mean things for whatever reason, but I just kind of let it roll off my back. Okay, I have a few. The other wall, I don't know what you're talking about, DBZ. Sorry, bro. Okay, next comment. Moving on. Oh, this is another good one. Stupid ladies shake my head. Ain't no such thing as just LTE service. It's either 4G or 4G LTE. My bad, bro. Sorry, I didn't use your correct lingo. The real Shadow. Checking the comments again. Jim Green, do you have Wi-Fi in your car? I don't have Wi-Fi in my car. No, I have a really, really basic car that was 15. It was a really cheap car when I got it, and it is still cheap now. And I do not have Wi-Fi in my car. Any other comments? Nope. Okay. Stupid lady. I'm glad I'm in a good mood today. Okay. Oh, this one is a good one to end on. The video did nothing for me, but that girl was cute. Thank you, Nelson. I think Nelson watches the lives sometimes, actually. He's a regular on the channel. That's nice. Let me take this screen off, and then we can chat some more about anything else you guys want to talk about, any other questions you have about holes in my wall, or do I have Wi-Fi in my car? But that's actually not a bad idea. DBZ Knight said, do a video about if it's worth having Wi-Fi in the car. I'm going to write that one down because that's a good idea. If you guys have any other ideas for content, I'm always open to listen to your ideas or to make videos about any questions you have. But let me write this down because I can't write and talk at the same time, apparently. Car Wi-Fi. Done. Brandon Baxter, what made me want to do YouTube videos? So funny story. I actually used to be a news reporter and a news anchor. So I was doing local news. I was that girl on your TV at 5 o'clock every night saying, live from the fire, 3 people have died, or talking about corruption in politics, or talking about whatever else was going on in my local city at the time. I worked in Salt Lake City, Utah, and then I worked in Guam, actually, as a news reporter and anchor. But news made me sad, and technology has always been something that I've enjoyed learning about, and that's kind of when I made the switch, I said I still want to make videos. I still want to create content, but I don't want to be a news reporter anymore because it was making me too sad. And then I found Whistle Out and told them they needed a YouTube channel, and they agreed. And now I'm the head of the YouTube channel. That's really exciting. DBZ Night. The thing you were talking about with the holes. It looked like a dream catcher or something. I couldn't tell. Oh, back here, this thing, that's macrame by the calendar. That's a macrame thing that I made with some rope. Okay. Checking the comments. Edison Swazo, I'm also going to travel abroad. Will AT&T prepaid have coverage overseas? It might, but you have to pay extra for it. Edison, I would look at Google Fi just for the length of time you're traveling, because Google Fi has coverage in like 175 plus countries, if I remember correctly. And it's a single fee that you pay. It's not anything extra. You get, I think it's, you pay $70, you get unlimited data. And then I think after like 20 gigabytes, your data might slow down. DBZ Night. Oh shoot, no, Brandon Baxter. What college did I graduate from? I graduated from a liberal arts college in Southern Utah called Southern Utah University. The Thunderbird is our mascot. I love that school. I could fangirl about it all day. My little brother actually now runs cross country and track at the school, which is exciting. Someone asked, who is the best coverage in Idaho? Mozzie Tech. No, I'm not. A liberal arts college doesn't mean I'm liberal. We don't need to talk politics. Liberal arts college is just a type of college, a type of university that I went to. What I'm going to do, though, for Mozzie Tech is I am going to go to my website and find some coverage and see who has the best coverage in Utah for you. So give me 1 second while I pull that up. Or I'm sorry, in Idaho. Whistle.com. Off the top of my head, I don't know who has best coverage in Idaho, but if you give me a second, we will find it. So let me show you how to do this. So in case anybody else has questions about coverage locations. So you just go to our website, whistleout.com/cellphones, and I'm just going to type in Idaho and search carriers. So it's automatically going to go to Idaho Falls. And then when you do that, it'll bring up a list of different plans and carriers, but we want to check coverage. So I'm going to click map. Click on the interactive map, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit so we can get the whole state of Idaho in there. Oh, it took me to California. But we'll go to Idaho if it'll load. And, okay. So here we are with AT&T, my computer's being slow. So here's Idaho in this area. It looks like AT&T covers most of it besides the central part of Idaho. And then if we want to switch carriers, or you want to like only see how much 5G is in Idaho, there's not a lot of 5G in Idaho with AT&T. So we're going to click 4G and 5G, and then we're going to switch to T-Mobile. It looks like AT&T has a little bit more coverage than T-Mobile in Idaho. We're looking at it right here. And then lastly, let's check Verizon. It looks like Verizon and AT&T are your best bet for coverage in Idaho. Does that seem like that's accurate with your experience? Let me know. According to our maps, which we get from the carriers themselves, Verizon and AT&T looks like they have the best coverage. DBZ Night, who is best for New York? What part of New York? New York City, New York State, just in general New York. Let me zoom in a little bit closer to New York here. Okay, whoops. Okay, so New York, we're right in here. Choot, choot, choot. So this is Verizon. Verizon has it totally covered. We'll do T-Mobile, excuse me. Still the same lack of coverage in similar areas. And then we'll look at AT&T. It looks like AT&T has the best coverage for you in New York State. If that is accurate to what you have experienced, great. Happy to hear that. If it's not, sometimes if people are in these little areas, their coverage is never going to be good. And those sometimes the angriest people are the loudest, but it looks like AT&T has the best coverage in New York State. I'm going to catch up on the comments real quick. Kingston Culpepper, who is my ISP, my internet service provider is Cox. For my area, you either get AT&T or Cox, and Cox is a little cheaper. So I'm with them. I pay $50 a month, I think, for 150 Mbps. And normally we get about 150. But I will be doing a review soon on different Wi-Fi extenders and then on different mesh systems, because for some reason, Wi-Fi in my apartment complex, specifically in my apartment, is struggling badly. Okay, Jim Green, do I ever go to the East Coast? The last time I was on the East Coast, I was in Florida 2 weekends ago. I was in Pensacola for a little bit, and that was fun, but not generally what you think of when you think the East Coast. I haven't been to the Northeast in a while, but I have been there. Arthur V. Hi, Sherry. Do you have trouble with AT&T slowing down your data on prepaid? I only notice slower speeds when I reach my maximum. When I reach, I think it's 20 gigabytes. So after 20 gigabytes, I notice slower speeds at different points in the day when the network is congested. Mozzie Tech, going back to our Idaho coverage, Verizon definitely has better coverage in central and northern, but when it comes to speed, T-Mobile is way better. Verizon does have 5G, but only in some parts. Okay, yeah, I mean, it looks like T-Mobile had Idaho had pretty great coverage with all the carriers, so it looks like you're probably good to go with either of them. Let's see, Brandon Baxter asked, have I done any videos on the cable company MVNOs? No, I haven't broke into cable so much, but that is on my agenda, is to be more inclusive of internet and not focusing solely on cell phones and carriers like that. I will be breaking into the internet scene more near the end of the year and beginning of next year. That's going to be a big push for me. Dreamy says, ignore the haters. Yes, I will. And I do. Sometimes I don't ignore them, but it just fuels my fire. The haters fuel the fire sometimes. Kingston Culpepper, I have AT&T fiber. Yeah, I'm jealous. I really want to try fiber. Specifically, I really want fiber to help in my uploading of content, because it can take a long time sometimes with just my 150 Mbps plan. Kingston Culpepper, you live in Pensacola. Oh, that's awesome. I was right by you just a few weekends ago. Stephen Keys says, too bad we used to have Cox, but they sold out to Suddenlink and then to Altice. Do you guys find services bad after all the buyouts that keep happening? I wouldn't say I found it bad. I think it's fine overall. It's definitely not great, though. Definitely not great. If there were other options, I would love to try other options, but right now Cox is all we have. It's all that's available. So I just kind of got to get over it and hope for the best. What's fiber? DBZ Night. Fiber is just another form of internet. And fiber is generally, because of how it's created and the technology that goes into fiber, is generally much quicker than cable or dial-up, or I can't think of any other internet types of internet, but fiber is the fastest right now. Whoa, we're getting deep. Brandon Baxter, you're being my little therapist right now. What have I learned about myself working for Whistle Out and YouTube? Whew. I've learned that my creativity can be stifled sometimes when I'm just trying to feed the beast. Sometimes it's hard to be creative when I'm trying to continually put out content. That's the hardest part I've learned. Sometimes I do need a longer vacation and more breaks and take it better on myself, be easier on myself when I'm creating. Okay. Stephen Keys, fiber optic or glass? Really, it's very fast, yes. That's a great way to put it. Fiber is just much faster than cable or really any other form of internet. Although 5G could potentially rival fiber speeds, but only occasionally and not as consistently. And the other thing with fiber, it doesn't have any bandwidth problems. for the most part. Fiber has way more bandwidth than cable. So if 10 people, for instance, are trying to use one line of cable that goes into an apartment complex versus fiber, you're not going to see much slowdown with fiber as you will with cable. Angel Valentine, good evening. I hope you're doing well. My question is, do you believe T-Mobile is trying to monopolize? I wouldn't say they're trying to monopolize. I say they found an opportunity and they took it. And the reason I say they're not trying to monopolize is because part of the deal when they bought out Sprint was that Dish would become the fourth major carrier to keep, competition alive. And hopefully Dish pulls through and does keep telecommunication competition alive with cell phone carriers, but that won't be for another 3 years. So right now it's a little bit of a monopoly, but it's not going to stay that way. And I think since T-Mobile could buy Sprint, good on them. That was a big power play for sure. DBZ Knight says, I have T-Mobile. When I was on the train underground, I had Sprint and I used Sprint all day, but it wouldn't let me after one day. So said it was so fast. Okay. You're sad that you don't have Sprint and that you have T-Mobile. I think that's what I read there. Mozzie Tech, what carrier do you think is best nationwide? Best. It's a difficult thing to say. It really depends on what area of the country you're in. If you want best, as in who has the most coverage, that's probably going to be Verizon has the most coverage. And let's look at our coverage map again. I can kind of show you guys where I pull my coverage information from. Let me share my screen with you. Okay, so right now, this is, I'm going to take 3G off because I'm ticking this 3G box because no one really cares about 3G anymore. So here's AT&T. We see the biggest gaps in AT&T's coverage on the left-hand side. And then on the left-hand side of the country, so the West Coast. Sherry, good job. And then if we go to T-Mobile, T-Mobile's coverage is a lot more scattered, specifically in the northern part of the country, and it's a lot more scattered in the southeast parts of the country. So right there, you can definitely see AT&T has more coverage. And if we take a look at Verizon to T-Mobile and AT&T, oh no, thought my computer froze, just my mouse. Okay. As you can see, Verizon really fills in these gaps here in the southeast. And then there's a little bit of gaps here in the West, as they all do. All of them have that, all of those gaps. But Verizon, as we know, has the most coverage, and then AT&T, and then T-Mobile. But AT&T and T-Mobile are always fighting with each other, always putting up new towers, always getting more coverage. So those numbers go back and forth about every quarter. One beats the other, and then it goes back and forth. I haven't looked at the comments you guys made in a second, but let me check there. Slacker Boy says, switched from Boost to Visible and now to AT&T since I got a work discount. That's a lot of carriers. Let me know who you like the best and how Visible worked for you. John Esper, hi. Hello from Columbus, Ohio. Hello from Southern California, as always, John. Edison Swazo, will Hello Mobile still work with Sprint? Because I'm having technical difficulties with my Sprint phone. Off the top of my head, it should. What kind of technical difficulties are you having? If it's not working because you used to have Sprint and then you're having troubles like switching over to T-Mobile or with that switchover, then you might have problems. But I need a little bit more information. But your phone should work with a Sprint carrier if you got your phone from Sprint. Okay, you guys, this was a much longer live than I meant it to be, and you guys have been so interactive. I love it. But I am going to head out now. This week, my videos that are coming will be what is dynamic sharing. So how these carriers are getting their signal out nationwide and why it's not good for 5G and why it will make our 5G slower. And then also I'm going to look over Verizon's new 5G coverage. We got all of the new numbers, the percentages, number of people that have access to 5G, and that will be on Friday. So lots of 5G stuff coming this week. If you're interested, be sure to like and subscribe and share and comment and, you know, say nice comments, because I just read a bunch of mean ones and the nice comments make me happy inside. Never apologize for all these questions, you guys. I love it a lot. Mozzie Tech, the difference between GSM and CDMA, off the top of my head, I can't remember what those letters stand for, but basically GSM and CDMA are two types of wireless technology. Sprint and Verizon are CDMA, and T-Mobile and AT&T are GSM, I believe. It used to be a problem back in the day. You couldn't transition from CDMA to GSM, but now it's no longer a problem. As of like 2016, 2017, all phones are compatible with all the carriers. There's just some little technical difficulties in the types of, now we're getting into the trenches here, the types of bands that each carrier use. All phones generally aren't compatible with all the bands, but can be somewhat compatible. And we have a compatibility checker on our website too at whisloud.com. And I will put that in the comments of this live after the fact, since I can't have the, I can't find it super quickly here to drop it in the comments here, but I'll put the link to our compatibility checker in the comments of the rerun of the live if you guys are interested in that. John Esper, I love watching your videos. You lighten up my day. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. Okay, that's it, you guys. Thank you guys for watching and being so interactive today. I'll be back next Monday at 3 p.m. And then, like I said, I'll have 2 videos coming out on Wednesday and Friday. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.